speed, power, and breathtaking goals, Obafemi Martins had it all. Once hailed as the fastest footballer in history, he was destined for greatness. But instead of becoming a legend, his career collapsed overnight. What went wrong? Was it poor decisions, injuries, or something more? Today we uncover how one of football's most electrifying talents destroyed his own career. The meteoric rise of Obafemi Martins. Born in Lagos, Nigeria in 1984, Obafemi Akinwunmi Martins grew up in a challenging environment where football became his escape from the struggles of everyday life. Like many young Nigerian talents, he was discovered playing street football before being recruited by a local academy. His talent was undeniable. His dribbling, shooting, and most importantly, his explosive pace made him stand out from the rest. At the age of 16, Martins moved to Italy, where he joined Reggiana, a Serie C club at the time. His speed and goal-scoring ability caught the attention of scouts from Inter Milan, one of Italy's biggest clubs. By 2002, at just 18 years old, Martins signed for Inter and became one of their most exciting young prospects. Inter Milan. The birth of a speed demon. At Inter Milan, Martins quickly made a name for himself, not just because of his ability to score goals, but because of his incredible pace. Defenders simply couldn't keep up with him. His acceleration over short distances was unmatched, and his ability to break defensive lines made him a nightmare for any opposition. During his time at Inter, 2002 to 2006, Martins played alongside some of the biggest names in football, including Adriano, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and Hernan Crespo. Despite being surrounded by such talent, he managed to carve out a starting spot and scored some memorable goals for the Nerazzurri. In total, he scored 28 goals in 88 appearances for the club. However, despite his rapid rise, something was brewing behind the scenes that would later come back to haunt him. Questions about his true age and growing concerns about his decision-making off the pitch. The Newcastle United move. A new chapter. In 2006, Newcastle United came calling with a €10 million transfer offer, and Martins made the move to the Premier League. At Newcastle, he was expected to replace club legend Alan Shearer, a task that was always going to be difficult. However, in his first season, he impressed with 17 goals in all competitions and quickly became a fan favorite. Martins was famous for his rocket-like shots, acrobatic celebrations, and his ability to turn a game on its head with his speed. But behind the scenes, trouble was beginning to emerge. The beginning of the downfall. While his performances on the pitch were still respectable, off-the-field issues started to take their toll. Reports of poor discipline, lack of commitment in training, and conflicts with teammates and managers began to surface. Newcastle's struggles as a club also didn't help, as managerial instability meant Martins played under multiple coaches in just a few seasons. Another issue that continued to follow him was the controversy surrounding his age. Many speculated that Martins was much older than he claimed to be, and while no solid evidence ever confirmed this, the rumors affected his reputation and potential transfers to other clubs. The sudden collapse. From the Premier League to obscurity. By 2009, Newcastle had been relegated from the Premier League, and Martins decided to leave the club, joining VfL Wolfsburg in Germany. This move should have revitalized his career, but it turned out to be the beginning of his rapid downfall. Martins struggled with injuries, inconsistency, and a lack of motivation. He managed just 6 goals in 16 games, failing to establish himself in the Bundesliga. After just one season, he made a shocking decision. He left Wolfsburg for Russian side Rubin Kazan, a move that confused many fans. Why did he leave Europe so early? Martins was still in his prime years, but instead of fighting for a place at a top European club, he took an unexpected route. Moving to Russia and later China, he seemingly prioritized money over footballing ambition. At Rubin Kazan, he was part of a team that won the Russian Cup, but his performances were largely forgettable. Then came the move that truly marked the end of his relevance in world football, a transfer to the Chinese Super League in 2016. At Shanghai Xinhua, Martins was earning millions, but he was no longer playing at the elite level. While many footballers moved to China toward the end of their careers, Martins made the move far too early, effectively ending any hopes of a return to top-tier European football. The final blow. Career over in an instant. In 2018, while playing for Shanghai Xinhua, Martins suffered a devastating knee injury that required major surgery. At 33 years old, or possibly older depending on speculation, recovering from such an injury was always going to be difficult. After 2 years of struggling to return to fitness, Martins made a brief comeback in 2020, signing for Wuhan Zol, another Chinese club. However, by this point he was a shadow of his former self, and his time at the club was short-lived. By 2021, Martins had faded completely from professional football. He had no official retirement announcement, no farewell game, and no grand send-off. His career simply disappeared overnight. What went wrong? Obafemi Martins had all the qualities of a world-class footballer: blistering pace, agility, and a powerful shot. Yet, despite his incredible potential, his career took a dramatic downturn, leaving fans questioning what went wrong. One of the biggest factors was poor career decisions. Instead of staying in Europe and competing at the highest level, Martins opted for moves that prioritized financial gain over footballing ambition. His transfers to Russia and later to the Chinese Super League significantly reduced his visibility on the global stage, making it difficult for him to secure a return to top-tier clubs. Another major setback was injuries, particularly the devastating knee injury he suffered in 2018. At his peak, Martins' speed was his greatest weapon, but once his physical condition deteriorated, his effectiveness as a player declined rapidly. Unlike some players who adapt their style of play as they age, Martins struggled to adjust, which made his comeback even more difficult. Beyond injuries and career choices, a lack of discipline also played a role in his downfall. Reports of inconsistent training habits and questionable off-the-field behavior emerged throughout his career. While he continued to perform well at times, his work ethic and commitment were often called into question. Football requires not just talent but also dedication and professionalism, and Martins seemed to struggle with maintaining that consistency. Perhaps the most controversial issue surrounding Martins' career was the age controversy. For years, speculation persisted that he was older than his official record suggested. While no concrete proof was ever presented, the ongoing rumors created doubts among clubs considering signing him. In a sport where teams invest heavily in young talent, uncertainty about a player's real age can be damaging to their reputation and future opportunities. Ultimately, Martins' downfall wasn't caused by one single factor, but rather a combination of poor decisions, injuries, lack of discipline, and lingering doubts about his background. What should have been a legendary career instead became a cautionary tale, one that serves as a reminder that raw talent alone is never enough to sustain long-term success in football. Could he have been a legend? Absolutely. Martins had all the attributes of a world-class forward: lightning speed, incredible agility, and a powerful shot. Had he stayed in Europe and maintained a stronger work ethic, he could have been remembered as one of the best strikers of his generation. Instead, he became a what could have been story, a player whose career ended far too soon despite his immense talent. Obafemi Martins will always be remembered for his electrifying pace, stunning goals, and unforgettable celebrations. However, he will also serve as a cautionary tale of how bad decisions, lack of discipline, and injuries can derail even the most promising careers. Today, Martins is largely absent from the footballing world, a player who once set stadiums alight but vanished almost overnight. His story is a reminder that talent alone isn't enough. The right mindset, discipline, and decision-making are what truly define greatness. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.